Hello, everybody, and welcome to Neurotic News again. How are you, Rathi? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. No, yeah.
Bad start.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the heat.
Oh, fuck. Yes, it is
It
very
feels
hot.
like Abu Dhabi, eh?
Yeah, it does, man. It'd be crazy living somewhere like that where you just go from like air-conditioned sky cube to air-conditioned cube. You know what I mean? Like a air-conditioned apartment to an air-conditioned lift to an air-conditioned foyer to an air-conditioned car.
Yeah.
Like you just never exist outside.
It's weird when you're there because you're shivering
Right.
in the sky cube in
Right.
Abu Dhabi, but you're looking out at the most harsh sun you've ever seen. But you're cold. You're like, fuck, I need a jumper.
That is weird. Don't you think it's a nice feeling though when you go from really cold and you just get hit by that wave? Just the first 30 seconds, I mean.
Yeah.
You get hit by that wave of heat as you exit.
It's the poor man's sauna cold plunge. Is you go on a heat wave, just walk past a bunch of retail stores and like trigger the doors to open.
Right.
If you want like that sauna cold plunge, cotton on, you get that gust.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to save money on ice baths.
Yeah. I actually sometimes enjoy that.
Right. Just getting the gust.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that you sometimes go to shopping malls and just walk around getting the gust of
Trigger the doors.
Just to get the gust of air conditioning.
But still be in the heat and get that gust.
That's a very postmodern experience, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like people weren't thinking about that 100 years ago. If they could just go to a shopping mall and get the gust. Shopping malls are weird, eh? I mean, just the vibe of them. There's something sickening about them.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Just roaming around them, just the vibe, the clinicalness of them, and the people just mindlessly shopping for shit they don't really need.
Yeah, I think I used to love them, but now I just don't go to them.
Oh, they're great when you're a teenager.
Yeah, there's something about it. Like you want to buy products.
When I was a teenager, I remember living in Toowoomba, which is a small town, and just hearing about how Sydney had so many McDonald's, and that was like the gauge of how amazing the city was. You're like, yeah, there's like McDonald's everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas Toowoomba had one.
Right.
So he was like, whoa.
Yeah,
know?
fast food here has an allure. Like in the 90s and early 2000s.
It did, hey?
Because it's like, whoa.
Man, I remember the transition of when Subway became like the health thing.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think that in the early 2000s-ish, Subway was like the health thing. It was really popular. Like it came to Australia, everyone's like, Subway, it's like salad rolls.
Yeah. I feel like that with the fast food. But then you go to America and it's just they have food deserts where, and it's funny because it's a food desert, but it just means there's so many like McDonald's and KFCs that they can't get to a grocery store.
Wow.
So the desert isn't the sand.
Right.
Preventing them from the food. It's actual horrible food that like blocks them from getting to like anything that would be like Woolworths level.
I haven't heard that before, a food desert.
Yeah. There's just certain areas where they just have fast food only.
Right.
So you'd have to drive like an hour or something to get a nectarine.
It's one of those places where everyone's in a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
And they just don't walk anymore.
Just air-conditioned food courts.
Have you ever seen WALL-E?
You know.
It's like an animated film where all of Earth has just become fast food and trash and it's uninhabitable and everyone just lives in a spaceship where they just move around. They're moved around, consuming and shit.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of that. Like fat people floating around, consuming.
When you're a kid, you kind of aspire to that. You'd be like, I'd love to just be wheeled around.
Yeah.
While playing video games and being fed.
Yeah. And then you can do that as you get older.
Yeah, that's the problem. You
That's
can live your dream.
Yeah, the problem is that like when you're a kid, you're like, man, if I got older, I'd eat ice cream every fucking day. And then you get older and you're like, yeah, you can. If you want.
Yeah.
You can eat ice cream every day. You can eat it for every meal.
Yeah.
And then you realize you didn't calculate as a kid that means so many things like death, loss of family and friends, mass weight gain, diabetes, losing limbs.
What's the loss of friends and family though? Because they move away from you?
Yeah. I chucked in the social ramifications of only eating ice cream.
Yeah. So
Like they'd be like, he's got problems and so on.
I feel like if I just ate ice cream, I would become more isolated because people just wouldn't want to catch whatever was going on with you. Like they'd see it as contagious or like leprosy, I reckon. That's modern day leprosy if you're addicted to like Baskin and Robbins. It's like, man, he's gone off the deep end.
He just eats Baskin Robbins. The containers are everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember my brother was addicted to
All
Coke.
his emails are from Baskin and Robbins saying, thanks, Dan.
Yeah, he's got the loyalty.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, the corporations love it.
Yeah.
You know, they love it. They're like, welcome. You're now a gold member.
Yeah.
It's like when McDonald's has a fucking they sponsor cancer research because they're causing it.
Yeah. It's in-house.
It's like if you're loyal enough, you get to go to the cancer residential thing they fund.
Yeah.
'Cause you're like, you're a diamond member, so you probably have cancer.
From us.
From us, so you get free housing.
So you get to live in Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah.
Which is a childhood dream. Like if someone put a gun, it was like, yeah, you're 10 years old, you're going to end up in Ronald McDonald House in the intensive care unit, palliative care.
Right. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, really? Like,
Yeah. Will Ronald McDonald be there?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
A clown comes in.
Yeah, a clown
Not
comes in.
necessarily him. Trained in Goulier methods.
Yeah, to entertain the kids
Yeah.
that McDonald's has put into intensive care.
Yeah.
That's dark. That's
the
really
trans
dark.
fats. The rancid, when the rancid seed oils are congealing in your arteries and you can feel it?
Yeah.
Time to go to Ronald McDonald House.
I remember when you get to go for a visit to Ronald McDonald House.
They should have ads for the McDonald House. Like, I'm McLovin' it. Like, it's a bit warped.
Like they got the
Grimace and
McDonald's, yeah, the McDonald's logos, the sound or whatever. You know, it plays in the ads. I'm loving it.
I've had this where I've looked for a song on YouTube and an ad has come up. Like, I'm getting into the song and then I realize that it's just the ad.
Right.
But I thought it was the song.
Well, sometimes it happens with ads where you're like, fuck, this movie's good.
Yeah. Same thing.
I was going to say, when I was in America, I remember seeing a dude like on the street going, trans fat kills you. Like that was his protest.
Yeah.
That was his thing. Trans fats kill you on a sign. And Americans were stopping and going, do they really? Like they were entertaining it.
Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, of course, he's 100% correct. Like trans fats do kill you. But in Australia, that guy wouldn't get the time of day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think so. If you saw a guy in the park holding a sign up saying trans fats kills, are you going to stop and chat to him?
No.
But Americans will.
Yeah.
I mean that as a compliment.
No, I know.
Americans would be like, tell me more.
Australians are deeply non-confrontational and very much about like getting on with their own thing.
Like if that guy broke into your apartment and he's just like a madman and he's got like a sign going, trans fats made me do it. I'm crazy. I'm trying here to tell you. And he's just like crazy in your apartment. Australians would be like, g'day. Yeah. And they'd they'd live around him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no,
they'd
totally.
live around him.
Yeah.
And people would come over and go, why is there a guy screaming covered in his own shit with a sign about trans fats? Be like, this fucking came in here. We can't get rid of him.
They wouldn't kick him out.
No, they'd be like, it's a fucking pain.
Do you want to say something to him? No.
Nah.
He's obviously got nothing to lose. He's like, the high fructose cancer syrup strips the telomeres off a cunt. Like it's quite...
That's a pretty
mixed.
Aussie. I like that. Strip your telomeres off a cunt.
Yeah, well, strip your telomeres off, you cunt. Yeah, they wouldn't kick him out.
No.
I've been in saunas where someone will bring in like a boombox.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And no one is like, everyone's like, oh,
damn.
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, raving lunatics do quite well in Australia because they're just left to their own devices.
Yeah.
Nobody will say anything, you know. A lot of them end up doing comedy.
Yeah, they're tolerated.
Yeah. Give him a microphone.
Yeah. It is weird when you see one of them with a piece of paper because it does look like they're practicing lines.
A piece of paper.
Like at the powerhouse, I saw someone just with paper just yelling, but you have to double check it's not a reading.
Well, sometimes Christians do that. They scream the gospel.
Yeah.
Like there's denominations that encourage you to yell out the gospel publicly and so on.
That's the worst one, those ones.
What are they? Evangelical?
Just yelling near the train station with the megaphone.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing that's a lot more popular in America. Just yelling in general. It's such a different culture, man. We just don't see it like that because it's so similar to ours, but it is very different in some ways.
Oh, it's crazy. I went to New York and I just got yelled at every day by everyone.
Yeah, people
because I wasn't
scream.
moving quickly enough.
Get the fuck out of the way, you fucking...
Yeah.
No one's doing that in Australia.
I tipped over a milkshake in a diner and the waiter was just like, fuck, you idiot. Like, you know, like...
Yo, man, you fucking idiot.
And then like, she's like, you can clean that up.
That would not happen
so
in
I'm
Australia.
cleaning it up with napkins going, fuck.
And people will join in. He's right.
Yeah.
You ought to clean that up, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
You're a dickhead, man. I'm with her, man. You need to clean that up.
It was culture shock because then I'm like cleaning it up and trying to order another one. She's like, you want another one?
She's giving you shit about that. Motherfucker, you ain't getting another one from here.
She's like, I'll get you another one. You clean that up. And I'm cleaning it up. And I'm
You're
just
cleaning up the spill.
Yeah.
You, mate. That's crazy.
in a diner, but I'm like, is this good enough? Like it completely.
Yeah.
Then she gets me another milkshake, charges me both for both. Like that's another thing in Australia you would be given. Do you know what I mean? Not only would they clean it up, they'd get you another one and it'd be on their house.
Right.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, you're not cleaning it up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They're definitely coming over. Sorry. They'll apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
They would. They would. If you knocked over, they would go, sorry. And they'd clean it up and you'd be like, sorry. And then a guy would walk past and say, sorry. Like he'd be sorry as well. Sorry about all.
On behalf of that?
Yeah. Sorry about all this. And you're like, sorry. And then she's like, sorry.
People in Australia apologise to inanimate objects, I've noticed. Like they'll hit a pole and they're sorry. Like there's a weird, just general apologetic demeanour.
Yeah.
Like there's a posture of low self-esteem.
It is funny to apologise to just a light post or you know,
Yeah.
a fence.
It's a very Australian.
But it's true, yeah. You hit something, you're sorry, mate.
Yeah. That could be a mate.
And then there's like a little
Is that a
speaker
mate?
sometimes the council puts on the posts or the fences around town and where it goes, sorry, and it's like, sorry.
Yeah, I can imagine an government
Yeah.
ad that was just like, sorry. Sorry, mate.
why
Spoken
it's
to you by
funny.
Canberra. Like, it has a weird, it's like, what's that about? Just a
Yeah.
general apology.
Yeah, government-sponsored ad on TV. It just says, sorry,
Yeah.
Australia.
It's a general apology.
It's no wonder we said sorry to the Aboriginals. It's like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't happen just sooner.
Yeah, with more stuff as well.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about this.
So that was, I don't think New York is a place that suffers fools.
It doesn't.
Like you can't be taking your time and knocking things over.
No.
There's just no time.
Yeah.
People are screaming.
People are on the cusp in
Yeah.
New York because in Australia there's more of a welfare system to catch you.
Yeah.
But in New York, if you're fucking good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, after
Good
dealing
luck.
with their crazy people, I came back here and it was weird. It felt like the crazy people here were like gentrified versions.
Right.
Like I was like, because there they would like interact with you. Like you'd be like, I could die on this train.
Right.
Like you were like, this could literally turn into a stabbing or something.
Yeah, or a shooting, yeah.
But then I came back to Australia and I was like, fuck, these meth heads here are just like non-playable characters in a role-playing game.
So you're saying that they're not as engaged with people.
Yeah.
They're just sort of like a background thing.
Like you
the
walk
meth heads.
through King's Cross, there's meth heads, but they're going in circles. Like it's almost like they never touch you. They might not
Right.
even be real
Right.
because they kind of just rotate and come near you, but they're not close enough to, do you know what I mean?
Right. You can't interact with them.
It's almost as like there's a contract with them where they're going, I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah. I'm just screaming. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, it's like almost like they're kind of playing a role.
Right.
Whereas in America, it feels like absolute
Yeah.
insanity that's been unchained.
Right. It will
It's
stab
like
you.
demonic evil.
Yeah. So even the lunatics are polite in Australia.
Yeah.
Even the mentally unwell.
They'll
scream.
apologise.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck the government, the trans fat's fucking coming because the UFOs fucking know the fucking reptilians. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, you'll hear that.
It's like, yeah, in my new special, I do a bit about a dude on a tram who went up to a woman and went fucking screaming on the tram. Fucking is mad. And then he goes, turns to the woman and goes, "You're attractive." And everyone just goes, "Holy fuck." And then he goes, and to the whole tram, "Women are the most intelligent of the species. Sorry if you identify as a woman." Like he brought up, he was, screaming, disrupting the tram, but still was woke.
Yeah.
Like, sorry if you identify as a woman.
Yeah, that's a very Melbourne moment.
Yeah. Like even the lunatics are woke. Like when he got on the tram, he's like, "I'd like to acknowledge the traditional Aboriginal owners of this land."
Well, yeah, I saw an Indigenous guy on the tram who was just blasting music out of a boombox.
Right.
Just hectic, like techno. And these, the transport cops.
Techno with the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Sometimes they make it electronic. It's like,
It's like fusion food.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Wow.
wickety.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
Scratching
transport cops came on and were like, "Yeah, you've got to turn that off."
Right.
And he's like, "Nah, don't have to. Fuck off, it's my land." And then the transport cops were just like, "Yeah, no, have a good day." And got off. He kept blasting the techno, and I thought that was just such an Australian moment.
The confusion around the Indigenous issue in Australia is so profound. Nobody talks about it. No one wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Well, the transport officers had this vibe of like, if someone films us
yeah.
making him turn it off, we'll be in the news.
Right. True. Just let an Aboriginal bloke play his music.
Yeah. That's the least you can do.
Yeah. You could probably hear there's a bit of didgeridoo in there.
Yeah.
So
it's a very it's
a very Australian moment.
I mean, they were wishing him a happy birthday.
It's no conference. Yeah.
It's your birthday to happy birthday.
Says here in our records that it's your birthday. So, yeah.
Yeah. You've been done for fare evasion 57 times, but it also is your birthday. It's, they've got the record where they bring up the record.
Yeah, yeah.
Of how many times you've been done. But in America, it'd be a different story, obviously.
No, yeah, they'd be shot.
Yeah. Different cultures. Same. On the treadmill, it looks the same. Like if you choose like Chicago on a treadmill,
right,
it'll look like Sydney.
Right. So you're saying when you're on a treadmill and you sometimes they have a graphic.
Yeah.
Like you can literally choose a course to run on the treadmill and it has a video of the place play. Is that what you mean?
Like, yeah, Barcelona, you'll see.
Right.
And you'll just see Lime bikes. And that's the thing. All these cities look the same now.
Right. Yeah, because of the global capitalist, they're all the same organized, like all the same corporations.
Yeah. So you're in Barcelona.
See an Apple store.
Yeah.
Lime scooter.
I was literally running through an Apple store. I selected Barcelona on the treadmill. I was running past an Apple store and like a Lime bike.
Right.
And I was like, this is incredible.
This is exactly the same as Brisbane.
Yeah, and there'll be like a chocolate place, like Max Brenner.
Right.
That you'll run past that and be like, is that Max Brenner? Fuck.
I remember seeing a protest. They protest Max Brenner because they are associated with Israel. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So I saw a protest at the front of a Max Brenner where they had all the signs and stuff, and one guy was just wearing a Santa outfit.
Yeah.
It's funny when like you just don't exactly know what
the protest is.
Yeah.
I've had that. Like I've been past I thought it was an anti-vax rally, but then I saw a guy dressed as Boba Fett from Star Wars.
Right.
And I was like, so is this about the vaccine? Like, are you a metaphor for like I'm a bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Like coming after
the pharmaceutical
company?
Yeah.
Just feels, or did you just come from Supernova and just join in?
Yeah, because it does feel like sometimes protests are like, well, we're going to protest, may as well make a day of it.
Yeah.
Get the boombox, get the fucking Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
outfit on and let's make a real thing of it, make a real song and dance at the protest.
It's like when you see a Palestinian protest and they like someone tries to put their topic in as well a bit.
Right.
They're
yeah.
like, and also organs are being harvested in the Xinjiang province. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get your thing in.
Yeah, don't try and get a little bit of... Yeah, it's like when you see a gay rights march or like Mardi Gras and the pedophiles come.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like,
that's
we're
happening?
part of... Well, sometimes
Yeah.
the pedophiles want to be part
They've got
of
a float. Like they try and get their float in.
Right. No, I mean, look, honestly, I don't know. But like but I do know that pedophiles want to be on the spectrum.
Right.
Like some of them are like LGBTIQ plus pedophiles.
So the plus is like an invitation.
Well, I guess they're saying like all these things are kinks or not kinks. They're all fucking sexualities, expressions of such. And, come on, let pedophiles in, which is obviously, tough for the LGBTIQ plus community.
Yeah.
Because they're like, great.
You don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to apply for this.
Yeah, cockroach ruins a bowl of cherries,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
we don't need that. It's like, yeah, can you just do your own?
Yeah, could you have your own march?
Yeah, like go with the Boba Fett guy, like start a new thing of people.
Separate, stop trying to ride off our
coattails.
Yeah.
Because we've got a good thing going
We've
here.
got a good thing going on here.
Like it's really good. We don't need...
Then the pedophiles show up. It's like when there's like a right-wing movement and the Nazis show up.
Yeah.
They're like, great, the Nazis are here. We were trying to make a point about conservative politics and now the fucking Nazis turn up.
Because then you get tarred with that brush.
Right. I wonder if the Nazis had people show up.
What, in
Yeah, during the Nuremberg rallies and stuff.
They had people show up?
No, I'm just saying, I wonder if they did. Like you've got the Nazis going, this is our protest movement. Because, they were protesting the government, the Nazis, before they got into power.
It's weird because with the rallies, they were protesting even though they were in power. They still had marches and stuff.
Yeah, they did, yeah. They're like a Nazi rally even though we've won.
It's like they won and then staged a revolution as opposed to had a revolution first.
Yeah. It would have been weird to think who would be the people ruining that.
Yeah. Pretty hard.
Yeah. To be like, that's not extreme enough.
Yeah. But there are people smuggling their pet protests into bigger protests because they're like, it's a march happening.
Right.
Easier than starting our own.
Yeah.
Why not ride the momentum?
Yeah. Also, trans fats are a problem.
Yeah.
It just reminds me, I know we've already spoken about this, but I do love it, about Julius Streicher, who was a Nazi that was too extreme for Hitler.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that even Hitler has someone that he's like, oh, this guy on about the Jews again, like enough.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, just a social interaction.
The idea of Hitler like having to go through a fire escape to avoid
Because apparently
talk.
he would avoid him at operas and stuff.
Yeah.
He just hated talking to him because he was such a fucking idiot. He was so extreme that Hitler avoided him.
Yeah. They basically, he was just drawing like pornography.
Of the Jews.
Yeah. They were like, that's really offensive. Because he was just drawing dicks and stuff.
Right.
And, like he was basically had the mental age of a 6-year-old.
Right. Yeah. I like that he still had a position of power. What was he? He was
head of the magazines. Like distributing. They kind of distributed them like big issues.
right.
They did because they
had
were,
him out,
they were
they
on the
handed
street
him
going
out.
like big
Yeah.
issue. Like they had that and people would go and buy it.
This guy was in charge.
And it's just Jews with dicks on their heads and stuff. And people would be like, fuck, this is a bit much. Who is this guy?
Yeah. Hitler's like, fucking this dude.
So he'd rock up to like functions
right.
because he wouldn't be invited and shit. And he'd be like, what's going on? Like, I thought you'd left already. He's like, yeah, no, I
Is Hitler around? Could I have a
Yeah.
word? And he's like, I think he's busy.
Yeah.
He's got
that's him there though. I just saw
Yeah,
it.
no, he's got to run to an
There's a
appointment.
blitzkrieg happening.
Yeah, there's a new country that's been invaded or something. He's got to run.
I just like.
I just want to talk to him about the Jews. Apparently, I think they had multiple dicks and pussies and really weird,
like they were like
childish.
octopus. They had tentacle dicks,
Yeah,
and it's like
the Jews suck, eh? And it's like, yeah, we know.
That's all he could say. And they're like, we're doing other things too.
Yeah,
like we're trying to get Lebensraum and
there's a more advanced theory behind it actually than just they had dicks on their heads and.
Well, Hitler would be at the opera just watching a Wagner thing, and he'd come and sit next to him and be like, "The Jews aren't good, are they?"
It's like, yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, just fucking, I'm watching this.
Yeah, trying to enjoy.
This is about the Viking. It's not." And he's like, "Yeah, he's a Jew, hey."
It's like, no, he's not actually. Not everyone's a fucking Jew.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Like he'd have to get
awkward.
angry. He'd be like, "Jesus Christ!"
Got to get his mate to talk to him.
And then Stryker's going around going, "Fucking Hitler's woke, eh? He's gone woke." Go woke, go broke.
I drew a cartoon of Hitler, of a Jew that's half a cockroach with multiple dicks. Something I drew up, and Hitler won't publish it.
Yeah.
He's woke.
He's not responding to my telegrams.
Even Hitler's woke these days.
I know he's got the telegram. He's not responded. Like I've definitely sent it, haven't I?
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't have phones back then because you could just see.
Scene?
Like, yeah,
he would have been left on the scene a lot.
Fucking Jews, and it's just like seen by Hitler.
What's he doing?
Yeah, why hasn't he responded? It's been, how long's it been? 2 days. Fucking hell.
Incredible.
Anyway, I feel like maybe we should wrap it up because, you know, we've got to save some. Got to save some of these ideas for the next ep, and which is going to be great. And I guess I will say thank you for listening. And Rathy's going to be on tour next year, as I say every ep. My new special's out. Look us up online, blah, blah, blah. Donate to the Patreon, sign up to the Patreon, all that regular stuff. Hope you're doing good out there, and we'll see you next time.